Have you noticed something strange lately? The biggest tech companies in the world spent the last 15 years fighting to get us to spend more time staring at our screens. Every app wanted more attention. Every notification wanted a click. Every redesign seemed designed to keep us scrolling just a little longer. But now, something unexpected is happening. Apple and Google, the two companies that control billions of smartphones, are quietly redesigning the screen itself. Not by making it bigger, not by making it brighter, and not by adding more features. Instead, they're trying to make it disappear. From minimalist interfaces and AI-powered assistants to ambient computing and voice-first experiences, the future of technology may involve looking at your screen less, not more. And what's fascinating is that this shift could completely change the way we interact with devices over the next decade. So why are Apple and Google moving in this direction? What do they know about the future of technology that most people haven't noticed yet? And could the smartphone screen itself be slowly becoming obsolete? Let's find out. For years, the smartphone screen was the center of the digital universe. Every innovation revolved around it. Companies competed to create sharper displays, higher refresh rates, thinner bezels, brighter colors, and larger screen sizes. Consumers eagerly upgraded to devices with better screens because the screen was where everything happened. Your messages, photos, videos, games, work, shopping, navigation, entertainment, and social life all lived behind a piece of glass that fit inside your pocket. The screen became the gateway to the internet and, in many ways, the gateway to modern life. But over time, a problem emerged. The more powerful smartphones became, the more complicated they became. Think about your average day. How many times do you unlock your phone? Research consistently shows that many people check their devices dozens, and sometimes even hundreds, of times per day. Often, they aren't looking for anything specific. They're simply responding to a habit. Open phone. Check notifications. Open an app. Scroll. Close it. Repeat. This interaction model worked when smartphones were new and exciting. But as digital lives became increasingly crowded, people started feeling overwhelmed. Instead of technology serving users seamlessly, users often found themselves serving technology. Notifications multiplied. Apps demanded attention. Menus became more complex. Settings became harder to navigate. People were spending more time managing their devices than actually accomplishing what they wanted. And Apple and Google noticed. The companies that build our digital ecosystems have access to enormous amounts of data about how people interact with technology. They can see trends long before the public notices them. One trend became impossible to ignore. People wanted convenience, but they didn't want complexity. They wanted answers without searching. They wanted tasks completed without endless tapping. They wanted technology that understood what they needed before they had to ask. In simple terms, people wanted less screen time for routine tasks. This realization is now driving one of the biggest shifts in consumer technology. To understand what's happening, we need to look beyond smartphones and examine a broader concept known as ambient computing. Ambient computing is the idea that technology should fade into the background of everyday life. Instead of forcing users to actively interact with screens, keyboards, and menus, technology should work quietly around them. Imagine walking into your home and the lights automatically adjust. Imagine receiving important information exactly when you need it. Imagine asking a question and instantly getting an answer without opening apps or typing searches. The technology is still there, but it feels almost invisible. This vision has been guiding both Apple and Google for years. You can see it in products like smart speakers, smart watches, voice assistants, wireless earbuds, and connected devices. Each of these products reduces the need to constantly stare at a screen. Take smart watches as an example. At first glance, it might seem strange that Apple invested so heavily in wearable technology. After all, why would a company famous for smartphones want people looking away from their phones? The answer is surprisingly simple. A smartwatch allows users to handle small interactions instantly. Checking a notification. reading a message, monitoring health data, viewing directions, completing a quick task, all without reaching into a pocket and unlocking a phone. The screen interaction becomes shorter and more efficient. Similarly, wireless earbuds equipped with voice assistants enable users to perform tasks without touching a display at all. You can ask for weather updates, set reminders, send messages, control music, get directions, all through conversation. The screen becomes optional. And that's exactly the point. But if this trend has existed for years, why does it suddenly matter so much today? The answer lies in artificial intelligence. AI is changing the relationship between humans and screens in a way that previous technologies never could. Traditionally, screens acted as translators between people and computers. If you wanted something, you had to tell the machine exactly what to do. Open the app. Tap the menu. Choose an option. Fill out a form. Search for information. Navigate through layers of interfaces. The computer waited for instructions. AI changes that equation. Instead of requiring detailed commands, modern AI systems can understand context, intent, and natural language. You no longer need to know where information is located. You simply ask for it. This shift may sound small, but its implications are enormous. Think about how many screen interactions exist solely because computers need structured input. Menus exist because computers need choices. Search bars exist because computers need queries. Settings pages exist because computers need configuration. But as AI becomes better at understanding human intentions, many of those interfaces become less necessary. The user doesn't need to navigate the system. The system navigates itself. And that's where Apple's and Google's long-term strategy becomes especially interesting. For the first time in modern computing history, technology is reaching a point where the screen may no longer be the primary interface. Not because screens are disappearing tomorrow. Not because smartphones are going away next year. But because AI is creating alternative ways to interact with digital systems. The screen is slowly transforming from the center of the experience into just one option among many. And in the next few years, this transformation could accelerate faster than most people expect. Because behind the scenes, both Apple and Google are investing billions of dollars into a future where technology becomes smarter, more personal, and far less dependent on the traditional screen. And the products they're developing today may offer the clearest glimpse yet into what that future actually looks like. Now, if the screen is slowly becoming less important, what replaces it? The answer isn't one single device. It's an entire ecosystem of technologies working together to reduce friction between humans and information. And this is where Apple and Google are placing some of their biggest bets. Let's start with artificial intelligence assistants. For years, digital assistants like Siri and Google Assistant promised a future where we could simply talk to our devices. But the reality never quite matched the vision. The assistants often misunderstood requests. They struggled with context. And they could only perform a limited range of tasks. As a result, most users returned to tapping through apps and menus. But the latest generation of AI is dramatically different. Modern AI models can understand complex requests, remember context during conversations, summarize information, generate content, and even perform multi-step tasks. Instead of asking a simple question, users can have an ongoing conversation. Imagine saying, "Find a restaurant halfway between me and my friend, check if it has good reviews, book a table for Friday evening, and add it to both of our calendars." A traditional interface would require multiple apps, multiple searches, and several minutes of effort. An advanced AI assistant could potentially handle the entire process in seconds. This is one reason Apple introduced its new AI-focused initiatives and why Google has integrated AI deeply into its products. The goal isn't simply to make existing apps smarter. The goal is to reduce the need for users to navigate those apps in the first place. In many situations, the AI becomes the interface. And when that happens, the screen naturally becomes less central. But AI alone isn't enough. The second major piece of this puzzle is wearable technology. Look at the direction both companies have taken over the last decade. Smart watches, wireless earbuds, health tracking devices, voice-enabled accessories. These aren't random product categories. They're stepping stones toward a future where computing happens around you rather than directly in front of you. Consider how navigation works today. Most people still glance repeatedly at their phone while walking. But a smartwatch can vibrate when it's time to turn. Earbuds can provide spoken directions. Future systems may guide users without requiring them to look down at a screen at all. The information still reaches the user. The delivery method simply changes. This concept becomes even more powerful when combined with health and fitness. Your watch already knows your heart rate, your activity levels, your sleep patterns, your location. In the future, AI systems could use this information to provide proactive recommendations before you even ask. Technology becomes less reactive and more predictive. And prediction is one of the most important themes shaping the future of computing. Historically, users had to initiate every interaction. You searched for information. You opened applications. You requested services. Tomorrow's systems may increasingly anticipate needs. Imagine your device noticing heavy traffic before your commute and automatically suggesting an earlier departure time. Imagine receiving travel information before reaching the airport. Imagine your phone preparing documents you'll likely need before an upcoming meeting. These experiences reduce the number of times users need to interact directly with screens. The technology works in the background, exactly as ambient computing envisions. But perhaps the most ambitious effort underway involves augmented reality. For years, industry leaders have described augmented reality as a potential successor to the smartphone. Instead of viewing digital information through a rectangular display, users would see information integrated directly into the physical world. Directions could appear on streets. Messages could float within your field of view. Digital objects could exist alongside real-world environments. While current technology still faces significant challenges, the direction is clear. Apple's entry into spatial computing and Google's renewed focus on smart glasses reveal a shared belief that future computing experiences may not be confined to traditional screens. Whether that future arrives in 5 years, 10 years, or even longer remains uncertain. But the investments being made suggest that both companies see enormous potential beyond today's smartphone model. What's especially interesting is that this shift isn't happening because screens failed. In fact, modern smartphone screens are better than ever. They're brighter, sharper, faster, and more capable than previous generations. The reason for the change is that convenience has become more important than visual real estate. The next technological revolution isn't about displaying more information. It's about reducing the effort required to access information. And that distinction matters. Throughout computing history, every major advancement has reduced friction. Graphical interfaces replaced command lines. Touchscreens replaced physical keyboards. Voice interaction reduced the need for typing. AI reduces the need for navigation. Each step removes barriers between people and outcomes. Apple and Google understand this pattern extremely well. Their goal isn't to eliminate screens entirely. At least not anytime soon. There will always be situations where visual displays are essential. Watching movies, editing photos, playing games, reading detailed documents, creating content. Screens remain incredibly effective for these tasks. Instead, the objective is to reserve screens for moments when they genuinely add value. Routine interactions can increasingly move elsewhere. To voice, to wearables, to ambient devices, to AI systems operating in the background, and perhaps someday, to augmented reality experiences that blend seamlessly into daily life. So when people look at the latest smartphone announcements and wonder why the changes seem smaller each year, they may be missing the bigger story. The real transformation isn't happening on the surface. It's happening underneath. The future battle between tech giants may not be about who builds the best screen. It may be about who builds the best experience without requiring a screen at all. And that's why Apple and Google are quietly redesigning the screen. Not by removing it. Not by replacing it overnight. But by slowly reducing our dependence on it. The screen that once dominated every digital interaction is gradually becoming just one part of a much larger ecosystem. An ecosystem powered by artificial intelligence, wearable technology, predictive computing, and ambient experiences. And if these companies succeed, the most advanced technology of the future may be the technology you barely notice is there. Because the ultimate goal isn't to make screens more important. It's to make technology feel almost invisible. And when that happens, the way we interact with the digital world could change more dramatically than it has since the invention of the smartphone itself. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the technologies shaping our future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.